And for more on this weekend's stellar boxing card at the MGM Grand, the reigning IBF light heavyweight champion Bernard the Executioner Hopkins joins us right now from Las Vegas, and we know you will make history in October. We'll get to that in a moment, but first things first, we got to get your take on the one. What will be the key of the fight between Mayweather and Canelo on Saturday night?
Listen, this is going to be a fight where they both got to bring their chessboards to the game, not checkers. And with action, though, with action, because it's going to be some thinking and strategy, because that's the way Floyd operates. But Alvarez also understands that, and I'm pretty sure when he was in Big Bear in high altitude, working hard, training to bring his chessboard to the chess game, not checkers. And so I think this fight's going to not only break records, but I think this fight's going to be one of the fights that people are going to say, this is a young guy with a lot of old experience and been brought along just in time and just right to be able to not just compete, but be a serious threat to Floyd Mayweather come Saturday night on Showtime pay-per-view. And listen, this fight, I believe, is not only going to break records, but I think it's going to be a fight that people are going to say it really lived up to all of the expectations that we're talking about right now. And so that's what I know and I believe, and I think that at the end, I think the fans and everybody that's going to enjoy the fight, see the fight, is going to understand that they got their money's worth. And that's what it's all really about, is getting the public the money's worth to continue to buy and support boxing.
So you're saying Canelo is going to go blow for blow with Mayweather. So what should Money May be looking out for with Canelo in the ring?
Listen, Canelo has to be aggressive but smart. Mayweather has a IQ in boxing that's so high, maybe as high as mine myself. And we've been known as being thinkers before we just come out slugging. Boxing is an art, even though it got away from certain scenarios in the world of boxing sometimes, but it is an art. And Floyd comes from a pedigree of uncles who understands that. So I look at Everett as being a guy that he's younger. I don't look at him as being a guy that's going to be running from anybody, but I look at him as a guy that's going to have a strategic and a smart execution plan where he's going to be aggressive, but aggressive smart. Not aggressive to see who gets tired, who gets hit more, and who wants to give up or who wants to stop throwing punches. But I think he knows, facing a sharpshooter, sniper, like Floyd Mayweather, you can't be reckless in your approach. You have to approach, of course, but you have to approach with smarts, and not a cockiness and arrogance where you can't and don't respect this guy's O on his record and over many years of being at this level of pound for pound the best fighter in the world.
So you're saying this fight's going to live up to the hype. But the undercard fight between Danny Garcia, who's from your hometown of Philadelphia, and Lucas Matisse from Argentina promises to be in contention for Fight of the Year. You know Garcia quite well. You've called him the young Bernard Hopkins of his generation. What do you expect to see from him in the ring?
Listen, Garcia and Matisse fight is one of those now. We got two main events on one card. I mean, where you going to get that in anywhere in boxing and from other than Golden Boy promotion? And yeah, I'm biased and I said it, but look at the card. Don't take my word for it. Look at the loaded card that you have. You have a main event and a main event. I mean, you're going to come to the fights early instead of coming when the last fight's tonight. You're going to come before the last fight. So yes, Matisse and Garcia, both of these guys can lose this fight. Hey, this fight is such like a 50-50, like pick-em fight to a point. You got Matisse is a big puncher, yes, but you also got a Garcia who's not a feather puncher himself and who also has a little bit more of a boxing ability to do more in the boxing and puncher level than Matisse. So when you got both of these fighters who know that they don't like backing up too much and they both would trade with anybody in their weight division, that spells war, period. That spells war. As far as I'm concerned, it might steal the main event glamour and show when it's all said and done. But you know what? At the end of the day, it ain't about us winning. It's about the fans and about the people winning. Because when you got that type of card going on, where you got two main events on one card, and you got to pick which one was the best fight of the night, that's a win-win for us. That's a win-win for y'all. So I think this fight goes down as one of those fights that it would take a lot out of these two fighters, but I think it'd be well established who is the best fighter in that division. And that's what boxing should be. In every weight division, you should be able to know who's the best damn boxer in that division, whether it's heavyweight or whether it's super bantamweight or featherweight or flyweight. You should know who's the champion, and this is a start to that.
Should be an exciting and historic night on Saturday.
Sorry for getting a little too excited.
Oh, no, I'm hyped. I'm ready for this fight. You got me ready. It's 2 days away.
I got you.
Let's go.
I hear you. Wherever you at, I heard some punches being thrown and somebody was ducking.
I hear you.
A lot of wind going past my ear right here.
I hear you.
Yeah.
You seem like you're ready to get out in the ring, and you are October 26th, and you're looking to make history.
Well, listen, but...
Let me get into your fight. 26th. Yeah, but by becoming the oldest fighter to defend a world title at 48.
Listen.
Yep.
First of all, I'm excited because, I mean, through all the business stuff and through all the stuff I've done and my fight October 26th on Showtime, all that is again, there's nothing to sneeze at. It's accomplished for me personally, but I'm excited as a fan first because I've done this really more than half of my life. From 9 years old. You understand? So when I'm around any fights, especially of this magnitude, I'm like this anyway. I have it in my blood. I come from 4 generations of family on both sides, mother and father, that boxed in middleweight divisions locally in Philadelphia. So this is something I'm passionate about, and I speak about it. This is no act. This is no thing I had to script for. You're getting raw Bernard Hopkins right now. And until I get this feeling out my veins of being in the ring, showing that I can do it at this level, and I don't suggest anybody try to fight at 48 or 49 anywhere, you know what I mean? But I can say why I can do it. Until I do it, I'm done. But I don't have to get beat up to know when it's time to go. I believe I'm wise enough to get here this long. I'm wise enough to leave when it's time to go.
So you're facing Karo Murat on October 26th. You talk about your passion.
Yes.
You plan on calling it quits anytime soon?
Well, I don't talk about quits now. I don't talk about quits when you don't have to talk about it. It's like talk about death when you're not dying.
All right, reigning
Let's
IBF.
talk about life.
Yes.
Let's talk about life.
Life, and life is
that
you're
quitting.
still
You never talk
rocking.
about quitting. You never talk about quitting unless you're ready to quit.
Right. Heavyweight.
I'm not talking about quitting.
IBF light heavyweight champion Bernard Hopkins showing once again age ain't nothing but a number. Thank you for joining us on SportsCenter and giving us your passion about this weekend and your fight on October 26th.